मोरी माँ। As a child, I was influenced by a lot of styles of music, and I definitely created Forest Road because that was a way of paying homage back to where I come from. Forest Road is a new album which is based on Indian music. It's traditional music, it's classical, it's a beautiful style called Thumri, and it's some of our original music that we wrote as a band together. Forest Road is a red light district in Bombay where you can hear incredible music that's survived by these courtesans. I inherited that music from one of my teachers who was a disciple of a true courtesan, Siddheshwari Devi. There's a movie in Bollywood called Umrao Jaan, and Rekha plays the character of a courtesan, which is a perfect example of what this music is about: traditions, emotions, and lust. On the third floor, you find this music still playing, whereas it's kind of getting extinct in a lot of other areas. I love Savan. It's a beautiful song that I inherited from this courtesan. It's in Hindi and it's very sensual and erotic in nature. It's called Thumri and Dadra, which we have tried to bring in this album as well. It has a lot of traditions, but it's also very modern in many other ways because we have a lot of instruments that belong to country music. Some of the songs are folk melodies, which are thousands of years old. We went to India to record this, and we came all the way from India, went to Woodstock to finish the album. We went back home, closer to our roots, where we came from. It was so much fun. We recorded with local Indian musicians.
And we captured some of the stuff we were really looking for, which was like soulful, natural music.
When I came on board, they had already been to India and recorded all of these fantastic musicians really beautifully in really great studios, but none of it was arranged. It was just all this material.
My producer, Danny Bloom, he's been around for a long time. He actually won a Grammy.
I was doing a remix for Medeski, Martin and Wood, and I listened to 3 seconds of her and immediately was in love with it. Then they asked me to produce their record when they were ready to make it. I literally jumped out of my seat and said, yes, let's do it.
Well, I'm a very adventurous person anyway, and sometimes I listen to different styles of music. I try to experiment and incorporate that sound. Bahar is a classical piece that is original, and we have a beautiful string quartet playing on it from New York. Very classical in nature, inspired by my teacher Ustad Sultan Khan Sahab.
I think it's my favorite song on the record.
I wrote Bahar when I was very, very sick, and the melody was great. Mark wrote the string section for it.
It sounds like a George Martin string arrangement.
We did the percussions in India, but we did the entire recording of strings here. And the vocals were done half in India, half in New York.
It's got power and soul, and it's kind of difficult. I was proud of it. We have a beautiful instrument called Bela Bahar, which is really, really rare. It's a mix between violin and a sarangi, and a friend of mine invented this instrument in India. It's about 2 lovers who keep being reincarnated, but sadly never meet. Basti, basti, vadi, vadi, basti, basti, vadi. वादी तुझको ढूंढा तुझको सदा दी बस्ती
It's called Basti. It's not Busty, it's Basti.
For any music or art form to get across, it has to speak to you first.
I have a very old tanpura that I inherited, and I have my 7 friends, Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa, and when it's that, there is nothing else in the world.
Mark brings a certain sort of country folk element into this, not because it's an experiment, but just because it felt so right for that melody. And I think the combination of dobro and her voice and tabla and violin as well, it's just new.
I played violin growing up, but I also played fiddle. In fiddling, there's a lot of notes and open strings and stuff like that, and you hear a lot of that in Indian sapa as well. There's a drone, there's a tonic that is bright, and so you hear that as well.
This music is something that a soul will sing and a soul will hear, so it is for everybody. This album has 6 languages.
Even if you don't understand the language, the rhythms, the melody, they're meant for normal people.
The music is the deepest part of me. I feel music is a perfect symmetry between melody, rhythm, lyrics, and emotion. I think it's a timeless album.